Hello, I'm Samantha and I'm going to talk you through this presentation, which is all about completing a job application form. When you are job searching, you might come across a job advert which asks you to send a CV along with a covering letter, and you can learn more about that type of job application in other presentations in this series. There are also different types of application forms, including for a college or university. The way you would go about completing all other application forms is very similar to how you would complete a job application form, so we will concentrate on job application forms today. Many employers ask applicants to complete a form. These are usually done online, but not always. But they will require all applicants to provide the same information. Employers won't ask for you to send your CV with these applications, but it's useful for you to have your CV available while completing them so that you can refer to the information on it and it will help you to complete the form. Employers don't just look at the information you include in the application. They will look at how you have completed the application. So it's important to do exactly as they ask. Make sure you complete all the sections, and if there is a word limit, don't exceed it. Sometimes you will be required to include other documents such as references or proof of ID, so make sure you attach everything else which is requested. The most important thing to remember is to make sure that your application is submitted before the closing date. Applications which are sent after the closing date won't be considered. Employers are really interested to see all of this, as it tells them how well you can follow instructions, and it tells them if you are organised and can get things done on time. Sometimes in an application form, the personal statement can be called the further information section, but usually it's the bit of the application where the employer wants to learn more about you and to find out why they should pick you for interview. You might also need a personal statement at some point for a college or a UCAS application, so it's important that you know how to write a good one. A personal statement is all about you and how you are the best person for the job. So it must be full of information which is relevant to that particular job. A lot of information on an application form will be similar to the information on your CV, such as contact details, employment history and qualifications. However, the personal statement on a CV is not the same as that in an application form. The application form personal statement is much longer and much more detailed. The key to writing a good personal statement is to find out as much information about the job as you can. Find out what the job entails, what skills are required, and exactly what the employer is looking for. If you have a job description and a person specification for the job you're applying for, some vacancies will have these, some won't. Use them to find out exactly what you will be expected to do in the job and try to give examples of where you've done similar things. The person specification will tell you exactly what the employer needs you to have, and this is the information that you must include. There is usually a list of essential criteria, which are the things that you must have. These might be something like experience with children or being able to drive a car. And this will also help you to know whether you are suitable for the job or not. You can also use the essential criteria as a template to write your personal statement. You can give examples of each essential criteria and how you gained that skill and experience. There will also usually be a list of desirable criteria. These are not necessarily essential for doing the job, but the employer uses these to make the final decision of who will get an interview if there are candidates who have all the essential criteria. So the more desirable criteria you can give details of, the better. If you don't have a job description or a person specification, make sure you pay close attention to the job advert and whatever the advert says. For example, looking for a responsible, hard-working individual, you must ensure that you explain why you're responsible and hard-working in your personal statement. Career websites will have job profiles for hundreds of different types of jobs. If you don't have a job description and a person specification, you can use a job profile, which is a bit like a job description. It will give you all the information about that, what the job involves, and what qualifications, experience, skills and knowledge you need to do the job. If you cannot find a job profile for the exact job that you're applying for, there will be similar jobs which you could use. To practice writing a personal statement, see if you can write one to fit some of the job profiles on My World of Work or Planet Plus. In our additional information section for looking and finding a job, you will find lists of useful words and phrases you can use in a personal statement. There is more information about completing application forms and writing personal statements on these websites. If you have any questions about anything in this presentation, please get in touch.